Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. Jam and Hannah and his antics. We know you didn't shoot Benny because if you would have shot Benny, that would have mean you wouldn't have any leverage. You wouldn't have nothing to hold over her head. You wouldn't have got your money back, and you would have been screwed even more than you already are. So I don't know why you sat up there and made that gunshot go off like you shot that boy, knowing you didn't shoot him because you don't want no murder on your head, especially that close to you. Knowing that Hannah is a cop calling, she would have called the police on you, and you already in enough trouble. I'm pretty sure you don't want no more, or want any more officers knocking at your door trying to arrest you. So I already knew you didn't shoot him. If you would have shot him, you would have been even more foolish off that morphine. So I'm glad you wasn't crazy enough to shoot that man. However, I did enjoy Hannah getting on top of you, beating your chest where you were shot at. I did enjoy that too much. I was laughing and cracking up at that, like that was too funny. That was too funny for me. Like I couldn't stop laughing. You shouldn't have played around with that woman. That woman was doing everything you asked her to do, calling you Mr. Jim and all that. You was playing too much. I said that in the last video. Jim, enjoy your fun. Don't get too carried away. Don't don't have too much fun, but have enough fun, to get your rocks off, but not too much fun. And you push that woman over the edge, pretending like you shot her son, knowing you didn't shoot her son, knowing that that's the only power you got over her and Candace and Mitch that's helping them at the moment. So we already know you didn't shoot him. Hannah gave you a little bit of her justice by jumping on your hospital bed, beating you on the chest, like I said. So I don't know why you thought you were gonna just go off and be cool and threaten that woman, pretending like you shot her son, making that woman think she didn't lost her son, thinking you was gonna get away with it, and you didn't get away with it. They ended up finding him anyways and beating up your goon for holding him hostage. Mitch racist family talking about some he don't want Benny in his car. He don't want him touching his phone and all that other yin yin yin. But I'm sitting back thinking, what if Jim would have shot him in the kneecap, the thigh, the arm, the shoulder blade, or something? See, Benny, you don't learn your lesson. And that's what really makes me mad about you. And that's why I call you a dummy. Now, after all that didn't happen, everybody else not willing to take the risk, Mitch even telling you, get that man back his money. Don't play around with that man. Get that man back his money. This only going to continue to happen. Why do you want to keep on playing around like this? This is not funny. Everybody not going to keep on getting you out of trouble. Now, why would you revert back to your old ways? Here I'm thinking, this might teach him a lesson. This might show him, get our man back his money because he mean business. Nope, not so much. You back to the keep the 8 million, go out of town, have fun, start a new life. Don't give him back that money. He held me hostage. You keeping that money, and you wonder why I call you a dummy. Like, why would you? Benny, I guess you need to be shot in your head or something because you got to be an idiot after all that you done went through, being held hostage with a gun on you. You would have thought you would have learned your lesson, and you would have thought that, yeah, Ken, just go ahead and get our man back his money. Go ahead, don't play around. Let's go there. Let's fly there to the bank, get our man back his money. Let's not play around with him. He too much. He got too much power. I can easily be picked up again. I can easily be held hostage again. Better yet, he can have somebody shoot me or kill me. Go ahead and get our man back his money. Stop playing around with that man. Nope, not so much luck. Like Benny, at this point, you either need to be hit across the head or popped upside the head. Cause I'm not understanding you. That was a little nice little windfall you had when Candace stole all that from Jim, the tow yard and the house and all that and the cars. Yes, that was a nice little landfall for you. It's obvious you enjoyed that little landfall your sister had fall into her lap. It's obvious you want that back. So even if that means Candace going back to her old life, you okay with that, risking her life every step she take, every corner she go around, risking her life. You okay with that, just as long as you get half the money and she go run out of town somewhere. Benny, I'ma pray for you. It's obvious Hannah praying ain't doing you no good. So it's obvious you need a bigger or a higher power to pray for you, cause it's not making any sense to me how you still this foolish. Like after all that you done been through, you still telling her to keep that money? There's no hope for you. Candace then got back good again. I guess that bad then rubbed off on you, and now you the new Candace. Because I'm not understanding why would you want your sister to go through all this, living that life she once led, you telling her to do the right thing, do the right thing. Now all of a sudden you changing it. Now you want her to keep the money. Now you want her to run out of town and all this and all that. So it's obvious you ain't learned your lesson. Candace learned her lesson not to play around with people. You still okay. Like I said, you gonna get exactly what's coming to you sooner rather than later. You better hope you make it this whole entire season. If you don't, I won't miss you. Jeffrey and Madison. Jeffrey, I don't know why you want to pull Madison back in your little dark well with your Mr. Officer, but okay. Madison, as I suspected, you a fool for falling into that, walking around that man's house naked, sleeping in the bed naked, up there, showing off your body and your goods to Jeffrey, telling him to look at you. Maybe you want to be disrespected. Maybe you don't want your privacy. And then David ended up walking in on y'all having sex. He said he okay with you being gay, but he ain't okay with the gay sex shit. So, like I said, it's only a matter of time before Mr. Officer get back to you. And Mr. Officer, like I said, it'll be a chilly day in here before I ever, ever feel sorry for you, because when we first met you, you was a psychopath. You was a full-on nut. Well, you was a half a nut. Now you a full-on nut. Now you getting your karma back on you. Even though if that involves you getting beat down, you getting what you deserve. Don't nobody feel sorry for you, because we met you. We met you doing the same stuff Veronica doing to you now. So even though I don't like Veronica, I'm applauding her for that, giving you a taste of your own medicine. I'm loving her little doses of medicine she giving you. Don't give you time to heal, love. Don't give you time to let them wounds heal, love. Keep beating you till you learn your lesson. You getting exactly what you deserve, buddy. Because that could have been Jeffrey easily. You already threatened him with a gun how many times? You already done put the gun out on him how many times? You already done beat him up how many times? You done bust Madison across the head in the parking garage. You done done so much of that. You done pulled the gun out on David. So basically, I'm calling this your karma and your free shot therapy. Maybe you'll learn to control yourself and compose yourself. And I suspect that Veronica have been abused, was abused, or somebody abused her very badly, because that slap happened last season. You still holding on to that slap because he slapped you. Now you weren't that embarrassed. The only people that saw that slap was Jeffrey and that officer, or that security guard in that parking garage when he slapped you. You couldn't be that embarrassed by that slap. That must have been very traumatic for you, and you must have been abused or beat up in your life or something, because that little old slap he gave you, it didn't do that much damage to you. It was just a slap. Give it a few minutes, that steam will went off and you will be good. Why you acting like that man didn't beat you down to the white meat, Veronica? I suspect that you was abused growing up, or men didn't treat you well, or something like that under the sun, because David slapped you, you still holding on to that. Mr. Officer slapped you, you holding on to that. So I got a feeling somewhere down your little shady past, now that you think you miss high minded, now that you a lawyer and you in the up and up, that you think you all that in a bag of chips, acting like you the devil wearing Prada. So I'm guessing you might have been abused or something growing up, or giving BJs in college, the past college. One of them might have abused you or slapped you around too hard or something. That it's something got to be in your, it's something that got to be in your past for you to sit right here holding on to a slap or holding on to a backhand slap that you can't let it go, and you don't know when you gonna get over it. You don't know if you ever will get over it, but you holding on to it for dear life. So I suspect there must be abuse there or something. David, nice try. Nice try. Like, you wouldn't have turned in state's evidence against Veronica, calling yourself trying to pin a Jennifer Salas murder on her, and we already know, and George already know it was Catherine, but you trying to say it was Catherine, but she didn't tell right away that it was her. She sat there and hid evidence and covered up the crime. So you trying to get home that and other crimes, tax evasion and fraud and all that other good stuff that you trying to pin on her now, just to get her away from you and your son. So yeah, that might not work out for you. And as for that immunity deal, you might want to put a call on that. So I don't think you're going to get what you want out of that, David. I mean, yeah, David, I don't think you're going to get out of what you want out of that, buddy. Like, you can keep trying or whatever. You can think you're going to get somewhere with it. I'm just dying to see how far you going to get with that. Celine versus Jim. Celine versus Jim. Celine, I really don't feel sorry for you at all. Like, you had all this ample time, you had all these opportunity to put child support on Jim for your for y'all two children, and now all of a sudden, now college come, now you need his help. Like, I don't understand you, Celine. I really don't care too much about you anywho, because you worked on my nerves season 1 and season 2, acting like you was that girl when you was the maid of Catherine Crier. I couldn't stand you then, and I can't stand you now. And another thing, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. You had all this time, all this space, and all this opportunity to get child support on Jim. Now all of a sudden you concerned and worried, and you sitting up here letting this man living large, enjoying his perks of his labor, being married to Catherine, living the best life, and you sitting up here living the struggle life. So when y'all was, if I remember correctly, back in season 1, you was sneaking behind Catherine having sex with Jim, which makes you one of the number one, where the many numbers of women he didn't had that Catherine used to call you know what. Well, I'm trying to think of a nice word to say this, because I ain't. Well, you were one of his many women's that he had. You probably had, well, you did have a number, and you ended up getting pregnant by him not once, but twice. Now you sitting up here, your children grown, begging for child support. Baby, they ain't gonna give you nothing but bad child support, and you better hope it's another support you. After all these years, and you, I guess him being a judge, you couldn't get him the way you wanted to, but there's ways to go around that. Like I said, you ain't use your resources that was granted to you. You sitting up there, like, I don't get it, or I don't understand it. You was having an affair with that man. You ended up getting pregnant with him not once but twice. And now all of a sudden, now they're grown. Now you begging for child support. And you was working for the same family that you was helping him cheat. Where you were cheating on. Where Jim was cheating on and you was jumping on him. Like, I don't get it, Celine. Like, after all these years, working for the same man that you sleeping with, being his mate, being his servant, being all that you was, and you like Celine, I just don't get you, and I don't understand you neither. Like, how do you let all these years pass? I understand he's a judge. I probably understand he had power and he had, to stop the child support or putting a stop on child support or finding a way where you couldn't have a case as a child support or pertain to child support. But there's ways around him. You should have found them loopholes all this time. Now you need Veronica the devil to help you out, which added salt to your wounds when she asked you what kind of car you driving, and don't bring that piece up there to her driveway. Leave it outside or leave it outside the gate. So, Celine, I never liked you. I can care less about you, but you should have found a better way to do that child support thing while your kids was younger, for you can get the maximum payoff for you. Like, I don't even much know why you sitting up there at this point still begging for child support. You ain't get it all this time. What makes you think you gonna get it now? If I was you, I do something with myself, cause even though he didn't stop you all this time for getting child support, what makes you think you're going to get child support for him all this time now? All this time it passed. He didn't stop you all this time, and you still begging for... Like I said, it must sucks to be you, Celine. I can't feel sorry for you because you ended up having 2 kids by him. So if you ain't learned from the first one, I can't help you. The first mistake, shame on you. The second mistake, shame on him, or however it goes. So that's your business. That ain't none of my business. You sit up here begging a rich man to help support you and your kids, and he can care less. The only kid he claiming is the girl that died. I forgot her name. And Wyatt, who finally came down from out the clouds, and now all of a sudden we get to Catherine and Wyatt. And all of a sudden, Catherine then talked to Hannah, which she getting ready to change her assets over to her for when she do get sued for the Jennifer Salas and where the restitution, or she gonna her family gonna get rewarded for that anyway. So she need a way to cover up her money. So that's gonna end up being transferred. Hannah agrees to that though. But while you're finally down from the clouds, he won't rehab. He won't help. He need a doctor. I go right now if you help me out. Why? I see the class wasn't as fun as you thought there was going to be, huh? You then got high as a kite shooting at your mom and your dad. You then got yourself locked up going around admitting that you shot them. You then got shot by a police officer. You then sat there and harassed your mama for 2 episodes straight, or was it 3 episodes straight? Harassing and badgering your mama. Now all of a sudden, now that high down, and now you back to the ground. Oh, now you want help. Oh, now you want rehab. Why? Yeah, you gonna get the help you need, but it ain't gonna be the way you want it to be. You going to jail, better yet, prison. And like I said, if they don't get Catherine, they coming out the UNIS. And Catherine said she pressing charges on you. I highly doubt she will press charges on you. So, you might be good in that aspect, because I don't think she gonna end up pressing charges on you or whatnot. So you might end up being good in that aspect right there, and won't have to worry about anything. But yeah, and George don't get Catherine, he coming after you next, buddy. You done messed around and committed a crime. Now look at you. You're stuck in jail. And I don't feel sorry for you neither, because ain't nobody tell you to sit there and get high and act like a fool going around shooting up your parents like you in a horror movie or something. So ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. And you getting exactly what you deserve. And Catherine still acting like she a rich woman in prison, well, in jail, talking about some clean this phone and do that, and I don't want to go in here and I don't want to do that. Catherine, cut it out. You in jail, baby. They clean and your clean are two different things. You might be used to clean and sanitize. They don't do none of that in jail, baby. You might as well get over it and move on and go ahead and abide by them people rules or get tased again. Take your pig. And why ain't no help for you, go ahead and get your little shakes, your little jiggles, and everything else out, because you going to need whatever help you going to get and you receive too. I don't know what Charles them was talking about. Sound like more campaign talk when he was talking to that man. So I wasn't really paying too much attention to him anyway. He was born too, like he was the last two episodes. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Bye.